Hello everyone and welcome to What is Binary. This is Sneakyrat here with the binary episode of What is Logic Gates. Today we're going to learn again binary. Saying that a bunch of times now. So basically, if you guys don't know what binary is honestly really simple. A lot of people get scared from it because it sounds scary and hard, but binary is just a way of counting. Um, it correlates very directly towards how we use any other numbering system and the system that we use today. Um, the system that we use every day. Hopefully you used it today. Um, Decimal, which is the numbers that we have 0 through 9. Now, uh, if you haven't realized this by now, hopefully this will enlighten you a little bit. But when you use our system every day, you know that you have numbers 0 through 9, and they each have their own individual value. Um, we, we've come to recognize a 0 as having nothing and 9 as having 9 things. Um, so then we realize that once we exceed 9 in one-digit form, we just put a 1 again and add a 0. And we know that because the 1 is now in the second digit, it now has a value of 10, not 1 and 0. Now, how do you do this? It is very simple how it actually works. There's actually a formula that we have here. And basically, all you're going to do is you're going to take that digit that you had, which was, we had 10 here, right? So we know that we have two digits here. So the first part of the formula is you figure out how many digits you're working with, and you subtract it 1. So once you subtract it by 1, you should know that that should be now 1. We reached the second step of figuring out the number. Now, the second step here is a little more complicated, written down on paper than it needs to be. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take I'm sorry, I'm going ahead of myself. You're going to take the base, which we knew we have 10 numbers including 0 in our base. So we're using 0 through 9, so we have 10 numbers. So our base is 10. So we're going to take 10 and put it to the power of whatever our digit minus 1 is, which is 1. 10 to the power of 1, which equals 10. So now you know what digit you're working on, what the value of the digit you are working on has. Now this is really confusing because we're trying to figure it out using decimal, but the basic thing is here, we've now figured out that each time we go to the next one, we're going to multiply it by 10 because the base is 10. So this same basic idea, after we've already learned it in elementary school and on through even high school, we've learned this. That same system, or that same correlation we have, works with binary. We notice in binary we only have 1s and 0s, so we have a base of 2. Now, so that means everything's going to be times 2 instead of times 10. So what we're going to do from now on is we're going to start off with 1, because that's the highest, or that's the lowest number you can have with having a value in binary. So we're going to start with 1. So the next step is to go to 1 times 2, which is 2. And then you're going to multiply by 2 again, so you're going to get 4. Times 2 again, which is 8. Times 2 again, which is 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, so on. That is pretty simple. But now, going back to that formula I showed you before, how this actually works in the algebraic way is we're going to do the same thing again. Say we wanted to find the fifth digit. So that's the digit we're working with. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 minus 1, if you remember the formula before, which equals 4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the base, 2, to the power of whatever our digit is minus 1, which is 4. So we're going to get the answer of 16. So now we know that if we have 5 digits, that fifth digit is worth 16. Very simple how this works. I mean, it looks really confusing on paper, but it's actually really easy when you sit there and you count them out. Now, the way that we show numbers in between the ones that we have here, like the 1, the 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, is exactly the same way we do it every day. The way you do it every day is you added that 10 and let's work with a better one. Let's say 12. So now we know that the 1 is actually equal to 10, and we know the 2 is actually equal to 2 because it's in the ones place. So all you're going to do is you're going to do 1, 10 plus 2, which equals 12, as you would say it in English. And that's how you do it. It's the same way in binary. Say you had a number 1, 1, 0, 0. That's the number you wanted to find out. What is this in binary? So, what are you going to do? What you basically do is you split it up into two sections. So we're going to do 1, 0, 0, 0, and we're going to do 1, 0, 0 as the number. Those are the two numbers we need to find out. We need to find out the values of those two. So basically what you're going to know is you're going to know that the fourth one, if you do your counting, the fourth one is equal to 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 8 plus the second one, which was obviously equal to 4 because of the way that binary counts. So now that we know 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. So we now know that 1100 is equal to 12 in decimal. Very simple how that works. Now, it's also really simple how to go the other way. Let me get to a little bit easier area to see this. Let's go over here and so you can see it a little bit easier. Clear up real quick. Just finished recording and realized that it was too long. So, basically, say we wanted to find out 13. Now, 13 in decimal to binary is really simple how we do this. After you've given and you've already figured out how many bits you're working with, and you've given all your bits values, and you know what you're doing now, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go along in your line, and you're going to find the closest number you can get to the number you want to convert without going over. In this case, 13. So 16 is too high, so we have to go with 8. So the second step is to subtract 8 from 13. So now we're going to be left over with 5. So we go to 4, and then we're going to have 1 left over, so we're going to go to 1. And now we've reached 0. So now we know that we have a sum of 0, or not sum. Our answer is now 0. We have nothing left over. We can say that this is 13 in binary, which if you saw me doing this, setting this up, you know 1100 is 12, so 1101 must be 13 in binary, which is very smart of you if you figured this out. Kudos to you, because this is how you count in binary. Now, quick little explanation in how we count up. Counting down's exactly the same way, it's just backwards. But how you count up in binary is you're literally going to place all the way to the right. Okay, you've exceeded that, so you move over 1 to the left. Then you place it all the way to the right again. You've exceeded the limit you can show, so you go to the left again. Once you've gone all the way to the left, you go all the way to the right again. And then, since you've exceeded this one, you're going to go to the left 1. And then, obviously, you're going to go all the way to the right again. So then, after that, we've exceeded the amount you can show, so you're going to add another bit, and you're going to start the whole process over. And you're going to keep counting up like that until you don't feel like counting it again. And that's basically how you count. It's really simple and really good for using mathematics in circuitry. I don't know if there's anything I've left out. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Please make sure to subscribe to Red Development Foundation, and make sure to visit the RDF school server, which I will post a link in the description. Not a link, but the IP in the description if you want to come check out and maybe learn some more. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you next time.